keto chow is just so powdery. Like it's.
Well, I think that's the point.
That is the point.
Was it sprinkling on you?
Like no, there's just dust. There's just powder dust everywhere. I mean, and I try to do a really good job of like pouring it all into but there's still always more granules left. So have you smelled? I don't know if you could smell it anymore.
Good Lord, you're just gonna
that pumpkin one is so good. Exactly. I want to be covered with chow dust.
I mean, I'm actually interested in see how Chris does the flavorings of all of these.
We're finna taste all of them today. So right now, it's exciting.
I'm interested to do this.
Okay. Good morning, Tanya. Gigi here says, good morning, Mr. and Mrs. How are you today? We doing good. Krista is here. Good morning. Tanya said, what are we smelling? We're smelling the pumpkin spice caramel keto chow. It smells so good. Yes. Good morning, Dr. Wise. Kathy said, hello, WAC fam. Happy Tuesday. Chow dust. That's exactly what it is. It is chow dust. That is exactly what I'm going to call it. I tried. That's what I'm just saying. It never works the way you want it to. Good morning, Maitreya. TC here says, morning. Have a good day. On my way to work. I'm glad that you're here, TC. Beth's here says, good morning, WAC fam. It feels like forever since I've been here. I've missed you.
Hey, Beth.
Good morning, Kelly. Chris is here says, I love the pumpkin spice caramel. So yummy. I mean, that was definitely the most fragrant one of the ones that I made. I was like, oh, this smells like pumpkin. Yes. Oh, nice. But the pistachio was the most colored. I was like, oh, this green. You know what I'm saying? So, obvious. Yes. So, yeah, it was super, super green. Like Ruby Rod from like the Fifth Element. Green. Super, super green. Super green. I cracked myself up. I'm sorry.
Yeah, you did. Yeah, you did.
He said, booyah. Good morning, everyone. I love booyah. No. Maitreya said, I'm using pumpkin spice caramel for hot cereal this afternoon. I'll add more spice to it, though. What do you make? How do you make your hot cereal? That sounds amazing. Kelly said, is Cheeto Cow no longer a thing? Look, the longer I go without saying Cheeto Cow, the better, because then I get used to saying Keto Chow. See, now you've done messed it all up. So now I'm liable to go back either way, from now on. No, but it's definitely still a thing. Both I and Chris and Miriam have the shirts to prove it. So yes. Let me see.
This is Keto Chow week.
Exactly. Well, we're just having one a day. So it's not like we're having having them for all the meals like
doing.
What I'm talking about?
Strictly Keto Chow.
Yeah, but we're just integrating Keto Chow. It's also Keto Bakes Day, which is exciting. I'm making them butter biscuits today, so I'm excited.
Oh, yeah, you are.
I know, right? Jennifer Tier says, good morning, everyone, from cool Florida at 60 degrees, and I'm loving it. Good for you, cool Florida. Sexy day, right?
If only we could teleport there.
And Chris says, hey, what you got there? We got some Keto Chow. We have s'mores. So I made 2 for me and 2 for Richard. We both are trying the s'mores, so that's exciting. And then Richard is trying pumpkin spice caramel.
I figured it's the season.
And I'm trying the pistache. So we're about to go get him in a minute. So
I'm saving my strawberry for last.
I know, right? I can't. Don't forget, you can try your own keto chows. If you use the link in the description, you will get 10% off your order. So and
these are really good.
I'm excited.
If you want like a milkshakey alternative.
Yes. Like with a good flavor, like you can't get from like this, in my opinion, is a better alternative to ice cream. It's something that can be have a bunch of different variations in flavor that's easy to come by in individual portions. But then, of course, it actually has great ingredients too. Ice cream, don't get me wrong, tastes delicious, but it's just cream and flavorings at that point. This actually has your vitamins and your minerals, so I get the same enjoyment out of it as I would have ice cream because it's like a cold, tasty treat, but nutritional value.
And I love the variety of flavors.
Exactly.
So you'll eventually find something you like.
I'm a fan of the variety.
You might not like one thing,
but the crazy thing is that we never think to do is add things to it. I love that you don't really have to add anything to Keto Chow. For instance, we have that vanilla packet, and I was like, oh yeah, but I remember Chris said you could add some PB2 to it to turn it into a peanut butter. You can actually add things. Maybe pour some extracts in there or something.
Let's wait till like our third, fourth trip around the
exactly. Right now, just the actual flavors taste so good. Yes. Good morning, Linda.
Good morning.
See, Chris said hello, everyone. By the way, I totally wore my Cheeto Cow shirt yesterday. Exactly. Like it is definitely still a thing.
Oh my god.
Maitreya said using psyllium and hemp hearts, etc. The Keto Chow website has a hot cereal recipe. Of course they do.
Makes sense.
Oh, Sheila said I was disappointed in the s'mores. I'm interested to hear. I'm interested to taste it and to see what it will taste like. So,
well, it's also a complex flavor profile
that you're trying to get into a beverage. I'm just like graham, marshmallow. I don't know.
Drink.
I'm trying to see.
Graham cracker, chocolate, or marshmallow.
Yes.
Like if you just mix all three of those things in a cup.
Yeah.
S'more.
Exactly. But I don't know. That's just won't be the same.
I mean, I'm interested. I think it just get close as long as it has like the marshmallowy aftertaste.
That's really what I'm looking for, especially with the color. Especially with the color, like, oh, this looks like a marshmallow.
It might not have any graham in it.
Yeah, I don't know. See, I would be more apt for it to have a marshmallow and then graham than no chocolate, because in my opinion, chocolate's overpowering. As soon as you drop chocolate into something, it tastes like chocolate.
But I'm saying chocolate's also easier.
Yes, you're right. Then like a graham. Yeah. What is that? Like, what is like an extract for graham?
Think about that.
He said, my favorite way to enjoy Keto Chow is to make it as ice cream. See, that is something I would also be interested in doing as well. So I need to
an ice cream maker?
Look at that.
Like a churner?
I'm sure there are different levels to how you can make it on the website.
I would want to make it as close to ice cream as I wouldn't want the chunky or
like icy my ice cream's always like exactly.
That's why I wouldn't want to do it like homemade.
Yeah,
I have to have a machine and push a button and it gets slow.
I had an ice cream machine, but I gave it away because it was too big. It was one of them bucket machines.
Big. Yeah, it's really big.
But then they have those like really really intricate like professional ice cream machines that like go around, but those are like $300. $300,
like buying like a sous vide or something.
Exactly. Well, those can actually be cheaper these days too. I feel like those have been out so long to where there's
also you can bring your own bucket to the party.
Exactly. BYOB. Bring your own bucket. Kathy says I forgot to send you my nut meal recipe. I better get on that. Yeah, just let me know. I mean, I wouldn't integrate it into my diet by any means, but it's good to know.
And I'm
like, good morning, JJ. Yes, on a weekend. Good morning, Holly. Good morning, Latanya.
Good morning, Holly. Latanya.
Let's see. Good morning, Gail. Hi, everyone. Sheila said it had a nice creamy taste, but it didn't taste like roasted marshmallow. See, that's what I'm going to see like what notes I get from it.
She added roasted to that. I was just happy with marshmallow.
No, but see, it is supposed to be a hot marshmallow, like a s'more. A s'more is not a gram, a piece of chocolate in a room temperature marshmallow. There is a toast on that thing.
Yes, but to recreate that in the lab in a powder form.
I don't know how to do it. Maitreya said, I really love the s'mores, but it was super gentle. It was marshmallow with a hint of graham. If you've ever had the Mexican cookies. Ooh, not saying that. It's exactly like that. Yeah, see, I'm going for gentle. I feel like there's different ranges of flavor. Yeah. There's some flavors that are subtle, and then there's some flavors that like hit you like a ton of bricks. I'm okay with all of those, although my favorites is the brick flavors.
I was just going to say, what I'm saying? Yeah, I don't remember.
Oh, TC said put some cacao nibs in the s'mores. I will not purchase cacao nibs to put in the s'mores Keto Chow. I will not do that.
Oh my gosh.
Yes.
You don't do extra stuff.
I know, right? He said we bought a Cuisinart machine sample pack and a stick of butter makes 2.5 servings. Ooh, my wife makes it, so I forgot how much liquid she adds. Ooh. That's interesting. A Cuisinart. I'm gonna look into that. Miriam's here, says, "Hey, Whack fam, how's everyone doing today? We're about to be better because we're about to try some Keto Chow." Okay, honey, turn that off. I'm getting all the Keto Chows, everyone.
Oh, we're trying them now?
Yeah, we're just taking steps.
Oh, look at this. See, this was unexpected by me. I did not even know about the trial. I thought we were. How long have they been in the fridge?
Overnight.
Okay, so 12 plus hours.
Yeah.
All right, we'll go with that. The longer they sit, the better they become. So I've heard. You know what I'm talking about?
Yes. So, we're purely taking sips for flavor right now.
Okay, there we go.
And then we're going to put them back in the fridge. Although I will be consuming one of these today because they are part of my meal prep. Okay. So.
Do you know which ones are which ones?
Yes. This is mine. This is s'mores. So it is like a white.
I can tell.
You know, milk. It looks like milk.
It looks like marshmallow.
Yeah, looks like milk. This is pistache. You guys, the sun is too bright. You can't see how green it is, but it is a nice shade of like minty green.
Yes.
Where is the sun coming from? Either way, it's that's better. Nice shade of minty green. Like looks just like pistachio ice cream. Mm-hmm. I've never had pistachio ice cream, but I know what it looks like. Okay, this is another s'more. For some reason, this turned out a little browner than mine.
I got more of the graham cracker.
Yeah, maybe that's what's happening.
Got all the marshmallow.
And this one, I really kind of did not distribute the gelatin evenly. So this one definitely came out as more of a beverage, you know? Like it's like thinner. Yeah, so I mean it's okay. And then this is this is the pumpkin pie. No, absolutely not. This is the pumpkin pie.
And you mess up on this one?
I didn't mess up anything. And then, but you see, it's more brown. It's like more caramel. You know, it's like I can't. You guys, I'm sorry.
It's okay.
Sorry. Yeah. Either way.
They believe.
Okay. So which one do you want to try first?
Well, I guess let's go with the worst one.
Gail said, "Boy, I'm jealous here. No sun, cold and snowing. Oh, that's so sad."
Oh.
Dr. Watt said she's ear hustling today. Hashtag work. I know, right? Cece said, "I meal prepped the chocolate for today and Italian stuffed bell pepper. That sounds good." Okay, D says, "Hi from the car." Okay, let's try our individual ones. Let's try our s'mores.
All right. This is the one that
Good morning, Joe Ray.
Messed up.
It's not messed up. It's just thin. Okay. Mm-hmm. Give it a good shake. Mine is thick and milky. Okay, you good?
Yes.
Okay.
Let's do this.
Keto Chow.
Cheers to you.
First of all, love the texture. I mean, just love. Do you want to try the thicker one?
Yes, let me try this.
I don't know if I taste marshmallow.
It isn't much thicker one.
Is it? Let me try the liquidier one. Does it taste the same?
I would think so, for the most part.
That's still a good thickness. The flavor, if anything, I'm going to go with, I would say I'm going to go with vanilla, but I haven't even had the Keto Chow vanilla yet, so I wouldn't know what to compare it to. But I don't even taste marshmallow, I would say. It's just more of like a vanilla-y sort of thing.
I thought I tasted marshmallow first.
I did not taste marshmallow. Not unpleasant by any means, just not super strong, I guess. I always just want to be hit in the face with like, woo, that's what I'm saying. I don't do hints. So Kathy said, must be gloopy. It is. Mine is kind of gloopy. So, okay. So, I mean, that was good. I would want to compare it to the vanilla to see like, do these just taste like the same? Or, is there something different?
Very, very light, subtle hint of marshmallow.
Yeah. I mean, it tastes good. I would add something to it.
Yes.
Okay, now we're going to try the pistache.
You're trying the pistache.
And then you can
I'll try the...
And then we'll switch. Pumpkin pie, caramel. Now, I have no frame of reference for what a pistachio is supposed to taste like, so...
I do. Good.
Uh-oh.
Oh, Lord. She's already self-incriminating herself.
Okay.
All right. Might be one more. One more give you a good frame of reference.
My whole thing is, I don't know if I'm adding too much water to these because the flavor is not really strong. Does it taste like a pistachio? I taste something. Is that pistachio?
Actually, now I forgot what pistachio tastes like.
I mean,
I'm like,
Chris, what are your thoughts on how quickly the flavor dissipates depending on how much water, how much liquid you use? Because maybe I'm just filling this whole thing up.
Very subtle hints of that nutty pistachio-ness.
Autumn said, which gelatin did you use, beef or regular? I use regular gelatin, so I'm assuming it's okay.
You gonna try the caramel cheesecake?
Yes, I'm assuming it's the pig gelatin because caramel, pumpkin spice caramel.
Don't get it eventually.
But yeah, really just the great value unflavored gelatin packet. So whatever that is.
Just the basic unflavored.
Maitreya says not like a pistachio, but like pistachio pudding, which I would have never had. So, I mean, it's good.
Yes.
They all taste good. They have their own taste.
Let's try the pumpkin.
Shauna said try the s'mores hot. I don't think I would ever want to try them hot, except for the chocolate one, because I like the thickness. And you don't get that without, you don't get that. No, don't close it.
You got to take 2 sips of it.
Cece said a few days ago, I went a little heavy on the beef gelatin in my mocha keto chow, and it was perfect pudding consistency. Yeah, see, because you remember I accidentally put 3 to 1 instead of a 2 and 2. That's why that one was thinner and this one was thicker.
No, I definitely taste the pumpkin.
See, this tastes like a candle. Yes, this tastes like my candle smells. Like, this is clearly pumpkin. And I don't really know caramel, but definitely pumpkin.
And it tastes like a candle. So there's that.
This one definitely has the strongest flavor of them all.
Yeah.
I really
agree. I agree. And it's the thickest. I wonder.
I really like that. Yeah, that was good. I'm glad we made these. I mean, they all taste good. I wish the flavor was stronger on the s'mores, but I don't know. That could be operator error. I don't know. And I'm trying to figure out what could I add to this. What do you add to something to make it taste like marshmallow? What is marshmallow's essence? It's really just egg whites and sugar and cream of tartar, right? Or is that meringue?
Make an extract there?
I don't know. Kathy said the pumpkin spice caramel is yummy like a candle. I know, you know what I meant, but
no, we didn't.
That it is pumpkin spicy. I absolutely loved it. Sheila said, I loved the lemon. I'm sure Richard would love that. So, yes. Oh, Gail said marshmallow extract. There's a thing called marshmallow extract. I am
obsessed. Like a birthday cake extract.
I would put some marshmallow extract in there. I bet that would be amazing. So, yes. So,
I make every kind of.
Chris said, oh, yes, if you use heavy cream, the flavor will be a lot more muted. I could see that. So we did half and half, but, I could definitely see that. But either way, I still love the creaminess of them. So, like, it's like a trade-off. I really, really like it, though. So,
that's awesome.
Marshmallow extract.
That was really good.
Yes. Oh, wow. Shauna says also I have a graham cracker flavoring by Cabela Flavoring. That's awesome. Like, I don't really mess with flavorings too much, but I feel like it would be really good in like beverages like that to enhance the flavor of whatever you're going for, or egg loaf as well. So that's interesting. Maybe I'll become an extract person. I don't know. Either way, those were really good. Oh my God, sorry guys, they're dust. I'm excited. Plus, I can even tell from the few sips that we had, they're just really filling. I love that. I love the sweetness, and I love the creaminess, and I love the fillingness, So yes, I'm excited to have those. Yes, they were. They were really good. That pumpkin spice was really good. Shauna said one-on-one makes good flavorings too. Yes, I've seen them on Instagram. One-on-one. Nice. It's the name of a company. I've never bought anything from them because I just don't be buying flavoring. So
until now.
So a pudding recipe. I like pudding. I really do. So
that's good.
Yeah.
You just don't like making it.
Exactly. So that would be interesting though to make the keto chow into pudding and ice cream. I'll have to see how much them ice cream makers cost, but. We can probably save a lot of money too, because we buy like Rebels like 9 at a time. So it's a lot. So we can put it on the Black Friday list.
Got a lot of Rebels in the freezer.
Sheila said, how do you make the keto chow thicker? I add part butter and part heavy whipping cream. Yeah, gelatin. So let me go get you the packet.
Show them instead of telling them. It's just the standard issue, unflavored, basic gelatin. That's like, I think 39 cents or something.
It's really like 39
cents. It's like 45 cents. It's not even more than 50 cents.
So we just got this. Yeah, we just got this randomly. This is great value, like just Walmart unflavored gelatin. You can see from the picture, it's like how, like to stabilize cheesecakes and stuff like that. So like we just got the unflavored gelatin. This comes in, like there's 4 pouches in here, and this is literally like 50 cents at the store. So I just split the pouch in half. So I make 2 of them. So there's essentially 2 teaspoons in each pouch. Yes. So if you do a teaspoon in one, you'll have the other one left for the other one. And that's the perfect thickness. So what had happened is in Richard's, I actually accidentally did a 3-to-1 ratio instead of 2 and 2, like instead of half and half. Yes. I did 3/4 in one and then 1/4 in the other one. That's why the pumpkin spice was so thick and the marshmallow was thinner.
That makes sense.
But then you can also use beef gelatin, like higher quality beef gelatin, if you want to as well. But it's really, they say like a teaspoon makes a thick shake, a tablespoon makes a pudding. So there you go.
Well, also there's a technique to that too. It's not just straight putting it into the mix. You have to take another step before you do that. Right.
Oh, you have to bloom it. Yeah. So you have to take a bowl of cold water and you have to sprinkle the amount. So half the packet essentially onto the water. Yeah. And let it sit there for a couple of minutes. So normally that's the first thing that I'll do. I'll fill up a little ramekin with cold water. Then I'll pour half the packet on there. And then that's when I get the cream and melt the butter and do all that stuff. That way you're giving it a minute to like bloom. And then when you're pouring the warm water in to mix everything together.
Look at you making stuff bloom.
That's how you do it. So that's what I normally do to make it
so
thicker.
Impressed with you right now.
Yes. So Kathy said I use grass-fed beef gelatin in mine because I'm fancy. You're right. I drink mine fast too, but the gelatin makes it slow down. So yes,
ain't nothing wrong
it's
with
not
that,
one of it's filling, but I don't expect to, be consuming it for a long time. I probably am a chugger, don't get me wrong, but like at least I'll be full after that. It's not like I'll just drink this whole thing and be like, what next? So
look at it like a really tasty protein shake or something.
Yes. Sheila said, do you dissolve it first in warm water? No, I think you add cold water to Yeah, you sprinkle it over cold water and then you mix it with warm water when it's time to mix it in with everything else. But to activate it, to let it sit on its own in this little bowl, you use cold water first.
That's nice.
So, yes. Oh, Shauna says, shake it like you mean it. You're right. That's Sylvia said, late but here, internet issues. Good morning, everybody. I'm glad that you're here. Jessica said 2 Crazy Ketos puts her keto chow in the freezer to make it thicker. Yeah, if you're using like just entirely heavy whipping cream, then putting it in the freezer also helps a lot as well. But with the butter,
remember to shake it every 30 minutes.
Yeah, exactly. Or it'll freeze, the bottom will freeze. But yes, with the butter, you're using less cream, so that's less of the thickening. So I add gelatin. So yeah, exactly.
Interesting.
I know, right? So that is, so that's what we use. It's super easy, and it's super easy, of course, to procure and then super easy to actually mix in. And it really does help with the thickness and the viscosity of my keto chow. So I'm excited.
That's a perfect recipe.
It is. Okay. Getting on to my weight now. Yesterday was a fasting day. You guys, I'm devastated because yesterday was a fasting day. So I had my bulletproof coffee, but apparently I let too much steam build up in my thermos, and it literally like popped the top off my thermos. It like broke the seal. So when I screwed in the top to my thermos and was shaking it, like coffee started spraying everywhere, like it was like freaking champagne on New Year's. I was just like, no.
Oh, so you're saying you closed it too soon and it was
the steam built up. Yeah. Okay. Normally it doesn't do that, no matter how much I put in there. So something just happened to where it like burst at the seams. So now I don't have a thermos anymore. So
I just think it was just, I
need to get one.
Plastic as well.
Yeah, but it had like a rubber. It had like a rubber thing to make it airtight, and that rubber just basically burst off of the thing, and it broke. So yeah, that made me. So I know.
We'll put that on the list as well.
Chris said, "Hey, it's the getting onto my weight now song." Exactly. Let's just go ahead and pull this up. So I fasted yesterday, and like I said, I mean, I fasted just fine with my coffee. I did have a couple bites of the cabbage that my husband made. Like, he bought this whole head of cabbage and broke it down and like parboiled and sauteed it. It was so good. I was just like, well, I'm just going to have some bites of that.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Which that kind of made me realize, like, man, do I need to buy some cabbage? Because that was so good.
Oh, you like this?
Yeah, but see, the thing is, I would probably eat like a whole head in one sitting.
That's okay.
Body bits would not love me at all for that. But I mean, like, I was like, that could be a meal, and that's relatively low calorie too, you know. But it's so tasty, and I actually really like the taste of cabbage. So yes,
impressed myself.
Yes, so exactly. That was really tasty. So I had a couple bites of those. So he said I avoid those issues by never drinking coffee. I mean, you know, I normally don't drink coffee a lot either. And I'm actually going to look at leaving coffee out of my bulletproof coffee and just making it like a bulletproof chocolate drink. You got to realize coffee is the smallest part. Like, it is the least ingredient I actually put in my coffee. It's chocolate milk, you know, it's almond chocolate milk, it's heavy whipping cream, butter, it's a scoop of collagen or protein powder, and then it's sweetener.
Lord,
like, I only, that's what I'm saying. I only put like a this is coffee in my coffee.
I don't know why you call that bulletproof coffee.
Exactly. It's a bulletproof hot chocolate. Let's be honest.
With coffee added.
Yes. Maitreya said, wow, I didn't even know that could happen. If you have a Costco membership, they have thermo flasks on sale right now. Keto Chow has simple modern brand insulated flasks. Oh, really interesting. I'm gonna have to look at that. We might have to go to Costco to get some thermoses, because I'm supposed to have coffee tomorrow and I need that. So Sylvia said, did he add some bits of bacon into the cabbage? Yes, he did. Why, yes, he did.
What are you talking about?
Yeah, and yes.
No, I finally diced a little onion, a little bacon in a skillet, then added a whole mess of olive oil, and a whole mess of butter.
Yes, a whole mess of butter.
Started throwing in the hot skillet. I started throwing the cabbage in. What I did was I didn't crowd the pan. I had 2 pots, so I had a skillet to do the cabbage. Then when it was done, I would put it in the other pot. And I'll just keep adding to the pot and keep adding to the pot.
You see how he just has to use multiple dishes?
Then I poured all the sauce over the cabbage when it was done.
Ooh, wee!
I washed everything.
Ooh, that was nice. Shauna said, I make my morning keto chow with hot coffee instead of water. See, I just don't know how I feel about hot keto chow. I'm just going to have to come around on that. Like, I'm convinced with the hot chocolate would be good, you know?
I think just like the adding the stuff to it, we're going to have to go through this about 3-4 laps first. Like, we're still new to the game.
Yeah.
We got to wait till we get old.
At this point, I've seen it as a shake beverage. But now that I'm thinking about it, I guess hot keto chow would be good, because that's about as much calories are in the scoop of like collagen that I use. So instead of just adding chocolate into it, I'll just add a keto chow into it.
Thinking of stuff.
And then I can have different flavors of things. Gosh. So
the way the mind works.
Now you've just done everything. So JJ said cabbage is so good, especially with shrimp and sausage. No.
I'm down with that.
No.
I'm down with that.
No.
I am down with that.
No. So
you had me at shrimp.
Chris said we used to have actual hydro flasks, but they kept raising the prices and changed the coffee lid, so it wouldn't work with keto chow anymore. Oh, how dare they? Okay, so stepped on the scale this morning. I was 182.4. That's a loss of 2.2. Don't get me wrong, I'm okay with that, but I'm sick of these 180s. So I exercised today, which was the first time in about a week, which I felt really, really good about. Nice. I also have a meal plan already made out of 2,500 calories that I am sticking to today. So I feel really good. Hopefully at this weight, I'll still even be set up for a loss tomorrow with how much I'm eating. Exactly. How little I'm eating, I should say, which is 2,500 calories, but don't get me wrong.
Once you get back on your plan, you just were off plan for a few days.
I was off plan for like a week.
You'll go with that.
Yeah, so I'm just ready to be back in the 170s, whatever they may be. I'm ready to be back in the 170s for multiple days in a row. Like, I would dip into the 170s and then something would happen, I'd go back up and I would dip. Like, I'm ready to just be back into them. So I'm committed. That before Thanksgiving, of course, I'll be back in the 170s. And so that's really just my goal, is to be back down to like 175. So Yeah, so I mean, I'm just, once again, my goal is not a weight. My goal is to perform the necessary actions on a day-to-day basis that will produce that weight as a result. You know what I'm saying? So when I say I'm confident I'll get to 175 before Thanksgiving, what I mean is that I'm confident that I'll be eating on plan, fasting the way that I want to, and exercising the way that I want to. That will yield the result of me getting back to 175 for Thanksgiving. Gigi said a loss is a loss. I'll take it. Absolutely. Cece said, I'm catching up with you, Autumn. We in this together. Absolutely. You can do it. Come on now. It's a race to the finish, girl. Like, I am here. So
that's perfect.
Yes. Okay, so he shared something on Facebook yesterday that I actually watched the video. It was a video on Dr. Fung talking about how, like, calories in, calories out doesn't work. And I don't know if you shared it on Facebook yesterday or maybe a day before and I just saw it yesterday. Let's be honest. But it was really interesting to me because I'm a huge proponent to like calories in, calories out. But I do know that there's more to the story. There's an asterisk, But to make the blanket statement, it doesn't work, I feel like it's rash, in my opinion. Like because Dr. Fung's methodology or his reasoning was that when people say calories in, calories out, they assume that those two things are independent of one another. Meaning that, if my body burns 1,500 calories and I eat 1,600 calories, that means I will have gained 100 calories overnight, or like over the course of the day.
I'm with you.
But what he says is the more calories you eat, the more your body would actually burn. So the fact that you ate 1,600 calories would like make your body burn more than that 1,500 because they're not independent of each other, which I was just like, I understand that. Like, I understand the thermal effect of food. I understand like your body raising to burn the amount of calories that you eat. But then it also goes down. People think, okay, if I burn 1,500 calories, and then don't be William. Yep, it's William. Sorry about that. Richard will talk to you. Hello?
Calories in, calories out. See, where she was going with is the way I feel about. See, I always view things as like you're just like a locomotive. It's like you're a train on a track. Depending on the size of the train and how fast the track going is depending on what you need to sustain that. So like you got coal and you're feeding that train coal. So like you can feed it garbage and the train is still going to go. You'll have black smoke and you'll be coughing all in this. But if you feed it like coal and whatever you eat, it's like what you're eating. It's like it's a natural thing. You have to find the balance of the train that you are. And once you find that perfect balance, then you'll know exactly what to feed it to go the optimum speed you're going on this train track.
So the way that they talk about that is like in turn of weight loss is that also if you lower calories, so like say calories in, calories out, if you eat 1,400 calories, but you burn 1,500, you will have essentially lost those 100 calories. And that's how you lose weight. You eat less than you burn, so you lose weight. But those are not independent of each other, so that the longer that you eat a less amount of calories, your body actually lowers the amount of calories that it burns in order to match up, which I get that is all I'm saying, but I don't think it's at the same, it's not all things equal. Like it's not like if I start burning, if my basal metabolic rate is 1,500 calories and then I start eating 1,200 calories, it's not like immediately my body, like within 2 days, drops down to burning 1,200 calories and therefore the effect is equal. There is some time. I do recognize that there's a slow increase in there, but there is some time for a calorie deficit to occur, which in my opinion results in fat loss. Like now I said, which in my opinion, like I'm going to watch the rest of the video because to be honest, I couldn't watch the whole thing, but I'm just like, I get what you're saying, but it's not like an immediate adjustment, And because that's why you can eat more and then gain weight because your body doesn't immediately adjust up to how many calories you're eating. Like it takes time. And where that space is where the weight gain happens.
This is why it's great to balance it with exercise as well, because you're hitting it from both sides then. Good diet and you're working your body harder and getting more toned and more in shape.
So like So interesting, and I look, I do understand that it is also about the quality and the type of food. Like all calories aren't equal. I get that. Like 1,500 calories worth of Oreos is not the same as 1,500 calories worth of like steak and eggs. You know, so I get all that. Fuel is not equal. But I do like believe in the math of like balancing energy in and energy out, and that's how you get to a certain weight. So, and
I come from the side of exercise. So
yes. We can't come to the side of exercise because there's no amount of exercise in the world that will undo like a pizza, you know? Like,
oh no, but I mean, it's a balancing act. It's exercise and a great diet. It's like you can't just sit on the couch and eat better. I mean, you can.
Yes, and you actually can. A lot of people do that. A lot of morbidly obese people can exercise.
Elevate your heart rate.
It definitely does, and it's healthier for your body.
But it's better to exercise
if you exercise as well.
I don't say this.
He said Dr. Barry has a few good videos on it as well. Put one of those in the group because I love listening to Dr. Barry's voice. So let me know the ones you want me to see, and I want to watch that as well. So
growing. I mean, like I said, when I was at a very impressionable age, I hung out with my cousin who was an amateur bodybuilder. Mm-hmm. So he taught me a lot about eating right, exercise, diet, it's a circle. I mean, it's a triangle or a circle.
Pyramid?
Yeah, we'll go with that. But it all leans on itself. Like you have to have that perfect harmony with your body and your mind in order to achieve what the next goal you want to do. And that's what we're all working on. Like nobody has a right answer. We're all just blindly fumbling forward. You know what I mean? It's just the things we learned, the things we didn't know 20 years ago, we're learning now. The things we don't know now, we're going to learn 20 years from now, you know?
I love it, sweetheart.
What?
I love your outlook on life.
I'm just saying, we all get this. We all make mistakes, but it's all about pushing forward that next step.
He said the way I learned was to disregard everything I was taught about the standard American diet. That would include calories. I mean, I get that. Like I have totally unlearned everything I've learned about the standard American diet as well in terms of what's healthy because they don't know, you know?
Yeah, but the actual food pyramid.
But in my opinion, once you shift to what actually healthy food is, I do believe that to a certain extent, the amount of that healthy food that you're eating matters if you're trying to lose fat, you know? Boom. So that's all I'm saying. Yeah. But I mean, there's room for both of those things. Like, yes, it's not only calories in, calories out, but part of that is a part of it. That's all I'm saying.
It's not a straight line.
Kathy said Calorie Philosophy by Richard. Exactly. So
when you hang out with a weightlifter all the time, you learn different. You know
Linda said if you eat that pizza, add in some fasting time. Agreed. I do agree. Fasting has become the best way for me to reset everything.
Be the pizza you eat for 3 days kind of pizza.
So hence don't fast.
Yeah. Well, my thing is it's moderation as well. I'm a big proponent of moderation.
I hear him keep saying these things.
I'm like, it's a personal thing. You just have to. I think that's how my eating habits are now. Like over time, I've learned to I don't gorge myself anymore. My teenage self is not my 30-year-old self. You know. So it's a thing we do.
Growth.
It's a thing we do.
Yes. Okay. My sister's supposed to be coming over sometime because we got work to do. So I'm about to eat some. No, I got to make these biscuits. Oh, I hate having to cook on the days where I got to eat. I just want the food to be done already. So I got to make these biscuits.
These levels.
I am making a full day of eating video, so you guys will see all about the biscuits sometime this week. And then be sure to watch, if you haven't watched the Keto Crate unboxing, make sure you do that and comment on it today because the Smash the Crate is coming out tomorrow and I'll be drawing a winner. So you only have like a few hours to comment on that if you want to be entered for a chance to win the November Keto Crate, which was really good. So Kathy said, cook, Autumn, cook. I know. I don't want to.
Don't think I'm not looking.
I don't want to do it. Holly said fasting is our superpower. I know, right?
Oh, and that's the one thing that goes unsaid, how amazing fasting is, because I honestly didn't even know about it as much until I met you.
You didn't know a lot about as much about a lot of stuff until you met me. First of all,
you're so cute. You're so cute.
Vice versa, sweetheart.
No, but it is a wonderful, like, the more you learn about how the body actually works, the more you're like, it's not natural per se to
eat all the time, to have constant access to food.
I love learning.
Yes. Oh, hashtag I love learning. Okay, guys, have a great day. We will see you tomorrow at 9:30 a.m. Eastern, okay? Bye.
Bye. You're so